said, what? She said, हाँ, he said कि वो तो वापस मरते हैं, वो लोग वापस आ जाते हैं. Kids started believing that. Can you beat that? I said, aren't we doing great disservice to the whole one new generation, people thinking कि मरे हुए लोग वापस आ सकते हैं. So when I first went for my Surat ki tour for 3 days, I came back and I said, listen, we are very big outside. I'm getting mobbed everywhere and I need to have police protection. So all of them are like, what are you talking? क्या बात कर रही है ये? I said, no, listen, we are very big outside. ये सब हुआ. And when Mihir died, it became so big. Oh my God. And we are thinking, हम लोग मर रहे हैं, वो तो रो के यार बहुत हो गया अभी. And then they said कि we'll have to bring him back. I said, are you out of your mind? We all said, don't. ऐसा थोड़ी कर सकते हैं. नहीं, but he had to be brought back. Now, another subplot of mine, I had a colleague of Gujarati theatre and she is telling me, अरे आपकी सीरियल तो कितनी ग्रेट है. अभी ना हमारे नेक्स्ट डोर नेबर गुजर गए, एक अंकल, ओल्ड अंकल. सो माई नेव्यू सेज, हमने बताया वो बेचारे गुजर गए, वो दादाजी थे ना, वो गुजर गए. सो दैट स्मॉल चाइल्ड इज सेइंग, हाँ लेकिन वो तो वापस आ जाएंगे ना. आई सेड, व्हाट? She said, हाँ, he said कि वो तो वापस मरते हैं, वो लोग वापस आ जाते हैं. Kids started believing that. Can you beat that? I said, aren't we doing great disservice to the whole one new generation, people thinking कि मरे हुए लोग वापस आ सकते हैं. और उसके बाद तो प्लास्टिक सर्जरी भी होने लगे and lots of things started happening कि यार ये हम लोग क्या कर क्या रहे हैं ये.
It was very, very tragic, I remember. So there was one thing that we did when Mihir had died on Kyunki Saas was, so Amar Upadhyay was playing Mihir back then, and so when we did the end scroll, so when the episode he died, on the end scroll we put Mihir Virani, a particular date and his dying date. So I don't know why some people misconstrued that something happened to the actor. And oh my God, it was like, so that time there was a concept of landlines, the landlines kept ringing on first floor, second floor, third floor. I'm running from first floor, दीदी ऊपर आओ, फिर third floor पे जाओ. मैंने कहा वो क्या है? And I remember somebody actually telling me that somebody passed away also, with a heart attack, an old lady, because she got to know that Amar died. And we had to specially call Amar to the office, get him through that whole veil of crowd and make him speak to a lady in Gujarat who was like 80 plus and tell her that, I am alive. And like I said, that whole morcha and that whole, the flurry of things which were happening around the death made us actually bring the character back. That was like, I remember Mihir incidences very clearly.
क्योंकि की लोकप्रियता और सफलता का एक असाधारण साक्ष्य है वो तहलका जो मिहिर की मौत पर सारे देश में मच गया था. स्टार प्लस के मेल बॉक्स पर लाखों करोड़ों लेटर्स बरसते रहे और उनका मेल बॉक्स क्रैश हो गया. मिहिर की वापसी की मांग लेकर ऐसा जन जागरण जगाने की क्षमता सिर्फ क्योंकि में थी.
Everybody in my university was talking about it, and I'm like, who is Mihir Virani? And then everybody's really upset, and a whole range of people are upset, people who are elder, people who are younger, people who are middling. But it just shows that the viewer became so powerful that even though he had been cremated, he came back.